So I just thought it'd be good just to recap on what we've already gone through. This is like a broad outline of the testing syllabus. In the introduction we covered why do we test it and what happens when we don't, all the things that can go wrong if we don't test software. Why do we test things? The fundamentals such as a software testing lifecycle, and the QA team's biggest enemy, which is of course the developers. And as I mentioned, the QA team is probably the most hated team in the development lifecycle. And what to test and how to test it. Modelling the test space was our own test environment, trying to get it to be as accurate as possible and as workable as possible for all the team to be able to contribute. Determining test articles and test procedures is very important and should be documented all the time. Operating the test environments, make sure that you have debug and logging enabled, just so if you do see any adverse effects, you've got it logged. Evaluating the test results. They should be defined on what you expect before the results are actually recorded, just so you know that what you're seeing is expected. Now, the common phases of testing: who performs the tests, if it's alpha testing, beta testing, who in the test team actually clicks the button to run the test and passes it. The testing scope was what objects within the test are you responsible for, and which objects can you say, yes, I can perfectly agree that that wasn't tested because it wasn't in the scope. Now, each of the phases have their own advantages and disadvantages, and the unit types. Unit testing is a portion of code without the entire system being involved. Integration testing is, does a unit test integrate into the system? System testing is the full system. Regression testing is that once something's been fixed, did it break the rest of the system? You need to test the original functionality. Acceptance testing, does it meet the requirements of the customer? Alpha testing takes place in a test environment, beta testing takes place in the field. A V model maps development tasks to testing tasks, whilst Agile performs testing in iterations just after development. Our approach is to testing, scripted testing, which would be kind of scenario based, but I think scripting was probably more along the lines of how to script a test case. Exploratory testing is where you don't know that much about the system, you need to familiarize yourself with it. Scenario will be use cases. A structured tester interaction is how the tester interacts with all the members of the team. Platform specialization, we talked about different web browsers, etc. Test automation, all the different kinds of automated tools that you can use. And behavior-driven development and test-driven development were the methodologies behind test-driven, as in coming from QA, or behavior-driven, coming from the business. And of course, report writing and sign-off is covered in the documents we have attached with every case. Now, there's multiple references that you can look if you want to further your testing career. And I'm sure it will probably be along with some more testing videos pretty soon, if you keep an eye out on the Eduonix website for more information. Thank you very much.